From the Palmyra Community Library. Today I have some really cute stories, some of my favorites, and it's almost spring, so we're not singing about snowflakes today. We're going to do flowers in the garden. And if you're interested in some felt flowers, just send me a message and I'll put a little kit together for you, and you can sing along with us with this, or you can just use your whatever you happen to have at home. You maybe have some fake flowers that your mom might have, or you could just use a toy because, you know, it's all good. We're pretty flexible. Also, I have a bunny song that we're going to start singing. And like I said, if you're interested in any of these, I'll be happy to put some felt bunnies and flowers together for you. And like I said, just send us a message. You can call the library or send an email and we'll get that put up for you and you can grab those. So let's grab our toy. Like I said, I'm going to have some flowers today, and we're going to sing, "The flowers in the spring twirl round and round, round and round, round and round. The flowers in the spring come swirl round and round, all through the town. The flowers in the spring come popping up, popping up, popping up. The flowers in the spring come popping up, all through the town. The petals in the spring go swish, 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 swish. The petals in the spring go swish, 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 all through the town. The flowers on the ground go squash, 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 squash. The flowers in the mud go squash, 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 all through the town. The flowers in the spring, when I sing your color, you can put that as away. The flowers in the spring are orange and purple, orange and purple, orange and purple. The flowers in the spring are orange and purple, all through the town. The flowers in the spring are pink or blue, pink or blue, pink or blue. The flowers in the spring are pink or blue, all through the town. The flowers in the spring are yellow or red, yellow or red, yellow or red. The flowers in the spring are yellow or red, all through the town. Yay, good job. So today I have a really great story. It's called Mr. Seahorse by Eric Carle, and it's really great illustrations in this. So Mr. Seahorse by Eric Carle. So let's get comfy and grab a snuggly spot while I read you this story. Check out the end papers. There's a Mr. Seahorse. Seahorses, the dad carries them in their pouch, kind of like a kangaroo, and keeps the babies nice and safe. Mr. Seahorse by Eric Carle. And this is a great book. It tells us all kinds of different ways fish take care, or sea animals take care of, or sea fish take care of their babies. Mr. and Mrs. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea. Mrs. Seahorse began to wiggle and twist this way and that. Can you do a wiggle and twist, wiggle and twist, wiggle and twist? Oh, and there she is. Isn't she beautiful? She has some great pink. Pink. I like the colors of her. It's all polka dotted. "It's time for me to lay my eggs," she said. "Can I help?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Oh, yes, thank you," said Mrs. Seahorse, and she laid her eggs in the pouch of Mr. Seahorse's belly. Very cool, right? "I'll take care of our eggs," said Mr. Seahorse. "I promise." So Mr. Seahorse is carrying around those eggs in his little pouch. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a group of trumpeter fish. Do you see those fish? Are they camouflaged in there? They were hidden in a patch of reeds. Can you see the fish? There they are. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 trumpet fish. And you can see Mr. Seahorse's belly gets bigger while we go. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Stickleback?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Delighted," replied Mr. Stickleback. I just built a nest right away." Mrs. Stickleback laid her eggs into it, "and now I'm taking good care of them until they hatch." "Keep up the good work," said the Mr. Seahorse. And there's the big nest. I didn't know that fish built a nest. Cute, right? I like it. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a lionfish hidden behind the coral reef. Do you see that fish? I think I might see his little eyes peeking through. I'm going to turn the page so we can see him. Ooh, he's so beautiful, isn't he? He's got really great stripy, excuse me, tentacles. Lots of stripy tentacles. Gorgeous. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. How are you, Mr. Tilapia? I think we used to eat tilapia, asked Mr. Seahorse. Mr. Tilapia could not answer. His mouth was full of eggs. What? I know, said Mr. Seahorse. Mrs. Tilapia laid her eggs, and now you're taking care of them until they hatch. Mr. Tilapia nodded his head. You must be very happy, said Mr. Seahorse, and he swam away. Tilapia fish lay their eggs in their mouth? Ooh, weird. Is that cool? A mouthful of fish eggs. How he does that. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by several leaf fish hidden among the seaweed. Do you see any leaf fish in there? I might see a fin or two. Let me turn the page so we can see. Oh, there they are. There's two of them. 1 and 2. Those are pretty, and they're called leaf fish. That's what they're calling them. Pretty colors, right? They camouflage with the seaweed nicely. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. How are you, Mr. Curtis? Asked Mr. Seahorse. Perfectly fine, replied Mr. Curtis. Mrs. Curtis laid her eggs, and I have stuck them on my head. Now I'm taking good care of them until they hatch. Well, you're doing a great job, said Mr. Seahorse, and he swam away. See him on top of his head? That's sort of silly, isn't he? Putting fish eggs on your head, you silly fish. Mr. Seahorse is upside down. He doesn't really swim. He just kind of goes with the flow, literally. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a stonefish hidden behind the rock. Do you see the stonefish's outline on there? Let's turn the page to see. There he is. Ooh, he looks rather grumpy. He has a resting grumpy face. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "Ooh, how are you, Mr. Pike?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Couldn't be better," replied Mr. Pike. "Mrs. Pike laid her eggs along my belly. Now I'm taking care of them until they hatch. You should feel proud of yourself," said Mr. Seahorse as he swam on. See all the little eggs on the bottom of the pike fish's belly? There's a lot of eggs back on there. And by the way, look how big Mr. Seahorse's belly is getting. His pouch is getting very large. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Bullhead?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Tip-top," replied Mr. Bullhead. "Mrs. Bullhead laid her eggs, and the eggs have hatched, and now I'm babysitting." "Well, you're doing a fine job," said Mr. Seahorse, and he swam on his way. Look at all those bullhead babies. That's a fish we can catch around here, a bullhead. Again, pretty colors these fish are. Lovely illustrations. This time had come for the seahorse babies to be born. Mr. Seahorse wiggled and twisted, wiggled and twisted, wiggled and twisted, and at last the babies tumbled from Mr. Seahorse's pouch and swam away. One baby turned around and tried to come back into the pouch, and Mr. Seahorse said, "Oh no, I do love you, but now it's ready. Now you're ready to be on your own." See the pretty seahorses? Aren't they so cute? Oh, they're the cutest little babies ever. And that's the end. And there's all the baby seahorses. Say bye-bye, baby seahorses. Isn't that a great story? That's an Eric Carle book. Okay, so like I said, if you want a bunny like this, just give us a call and we'll get you a little kit together with some bunnies and the flowers. But let's do a couple bunny songs. Here's 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to do, instead, I just want to show you these bunnies so you can go along like this, or you can use your fingers. 1, 2, 3. And it goes like this. 3 little bunnies in the garden bed. One hopped high and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more bunnies in the garden bed." I think you probably know how this goes, and you know the the jumping on the bed. So it's kind of like the same thing, but they're in the garden bed. And when bunnies get in your garden bed, that's no good because they may eat your vegetables. So let's go with that. Let's go on with the song. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 and 2. 2 little bunnies in the garden bed. One jumped high and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more bunnies in the garden bed. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1. 1 little bunny in the garden bed. One jumped high and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more bunnies in the garden bed. 1 minus 1 is 0 or none. 0 or none. Yay. Let's sing another song. Roll, roll, roll your arms as fast can be. Do it now and let me see. Do it now with me. Clap, clap, clap your hands as loud can be. Do it now and let me see. Do it now with me. Tap, tap, tap your toes as soft can be. Do it now and let me see. Do it now with me. Are you ready to shake them? Shake, shake, shake your feet as fast can be. Do it now and let me see. Do it now with me. Roll, roll, roll your arms as slow can be. Do it now and let me see. Do it now with me. Good job. I do have another story. Let me show you what it's called. It's called Octopus Alone. And I'm not going to pretend to pronounce this book, this author, because I do not know how to pronounce it. So I'm not going to pretend. You can read the author. It's Devaya. I'm being simple about this. I'm sorry. Devaya. And his last name starts with an S. It's a gorgeous octopus, and I love these illustrations. I need to figure out how to pronounce this author, because I do love the illustrations of these books. And all kinds of different sea animals. The octopus alone. Look at her gorgeous eyelashes. Isn't she a beauty? Isn't she a beauty? I just love her. Octopus lay hidden in her cozy cave, enjoying the scene outside. Turtles chased squids, and squids chased shrimps, and Puffers was getting nervous all about the chasing thing going on. The octopus saw the seahorse bobbing along on the outside. Let's see if I can find it. Here's Puffer. There's the Puffer, and there's the turtle. And these little guys right here are shrimp. See the seahorse down on the bottom? Those 3 little seahorse? And there's the octopus. He's hidden in the cave. Kind of a nice view outside the cave, isn't it? Looks like a nice view. One little one peeked in, then another, and then another. The seahorses found Octopus fascinating, but she was shy and did not like to be noticed. She tried to shoo them away, but they thought she was playing, so they played too. How cute they are playing. And there's the 3 seahorses. 1, 2, and 3. Pretty green seahorses, right? Great colors. I give up, Octopus sighed, squeezing out of her cage, and she crawled into the garden. She changed colors just like that and disappeared. The seahorse swam away, wondering where she had gone. Do you see the octopus? Do you see how she changes colors? She camouflages herself. She's right over here. Now she's kind of like a mint green. How pretty. I hope that's what the ocean looks like. There's all kinds of ocean animals in here. Sea snakes slithered in and out of holes. Among the swaying anemones, baby dynamos played hide and seek, while the clownfish chased butterflies. Look at all those sea animals. There's so many, it's hard to count them all. I feel like these little black fish right here are the domino fish, and these stripy fish right here, or these fish right here are the clownfish, and definitely that is the sea snake. Tiny fish ate algae from a big fish scale and leaving them sparkling clean. And here's these little fish right here. They're eating the algae on the outside of the fish. The other fish. It's like they're helping one another, right? Octopus was about to pounce on a juicy lobster when she saw a little seahorse coming her way. Oh, she went perfectly still, and luckily lobster slid into a crevice. So here's the seahorse. Here's the lobster over here. The seahorses weren't disturbing her. They were delighted to watch. They wiggled and twisted, and one even did somersaults. It looked like so much fun. It was hard for Octopus to keep still, but she did, and the merry seahorses moved on. She's playing hide and go seek with those seahorses, aren't they? And here's the octopus here's the lobster going down into the crevice here. Beautiful illustrations. Octopus crept over to the thickest of the thicket of stars. Jellyfish drifted past and headed above the wreath. Where do they go? She gazed at the shimmering shapes. Suddenly, she had a funny feeling. See the jellyfish up here? And these are all the starfish. Again, the octopus is so pretty. The seahorse was staring for how long, she wondered. She inked the water to hide her blushing, and took off. She wanted to get away, far from those googling eyes. She's very shy, isn't she? She's a little bashful. She's probably an introvert. And octopus put blow out ink to protect themselves. And see how the seahorses right here, they got their tail wrapped around the plant? That's how they sit still. If not, they just get blown around or washed around in the waves of the ocean. After a while, she spied something interesting, a box full of delicious crabs. Octopus squished herself into the cage, but the crabs began to pinch her. She fiddled with the door and it opened. Out tumbled the frantic crabs. Octopus was about to grab a few when she had another funny feeling. I wonder what that is. I think she rescued them. She didn't even know it, did she? I wonder what her funny feeling is. A hungry eel was about to strike at her. What? Octopus squirted a cloud of ink and swam and swam and swam and swam. Oh, that was close, Octopus. Be careful. When she finally stopped, she was far beyond the wreath. Here the water was gloriously deep, and no one was watching, and no one was to hide from. The whale's song rose faintly from the deep, and the octopus remembered the dancing seahorses. Now she's all alone. She wiggled and twirled, and she even did somersaults. She was so happy to be alone, and then she felt a rumble in the water. Ooh, look at her. She's dancing, isn't she? She's dancing like those seahorses, that silly octopus. And then she heard a rumbling in the water below. Whoosh! A whale surged past, up, out of the water. Whoosh. Oh, that's a big whale, isn't it? Look how big it is compared to the little tiny octopus. Yikes! It's so big he takes up 2 pages. Octopus nestled into the nook and found herself in a cave, much like her own, except this one was empty, away from everyone and everything. The whale crashed back down, leaving a magnificent storm of bubbles. The whale's song faded into the distance until all was quiet and exhausted. Octopus fell asleep. When Octopus awoke, she went outside. Alone, jellyfish drifted by. No one was around to disturb her in this wonderful quiet place. But after some time, she began thinking about the lively wreath with the graceful anemones and sinking sea snakes. Most of all, she wondered what those seahorses were up to. "I'd better go home and find out," she said, and hurried along. There she is, hurrying. Back past the lobster trap and past these guys, and up here. When the octopus reached the wreath, one little seahorse welcomed her home, and then another, and then another. Hey, welcome home, little octopus. Octopus was glad to be back with her friends. Aw, isn't that sweet? I think that's a real sweet book. I love that. The end. And here's all these little fish. That's the end page. All kinds of sea life going on. And right here is the other book that this author writes that I really like too. It's called Little Owl's Night, and then there's one about Little Owl's Day. It's all about colors and stuff. A really great book. And here's, look at the back page. Look at those creatures. I think they're supposed to be shrimp, but I'm not. No, those must be not shrimp. I wonder what those guys are. You guys probably know what it is. It's a squid, I think, right? I think it's supposed to be a squid. I just like that story. It's very cute. Did you like that story? I hope you did. Okay, today we're going to do scarves. So grab your scarf. Wind, oh wind, oh wind, I say. What are we blowing away today? Scarves, oh scarves, oh scarves, I say. I am blowing the scarf away. Now, if you don't have it, if you didn't get a chance to pick up a scarf from the library, we have a couple left, or you can just grab something at home. You can maybe have a handkerchief or a washcloth or a towel or maybe a winter scarf that you wear outside, and this will still works. So definitely grab that. Or a little blankie. Wind, oh wind, oh wind, I say. What are we blowing away today? Scarves, oh scarves, oh scarves, I say. I am blowing the scarves away. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face so early in the morning. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair so early in the morning. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth so early in the morning. This is the way we get dressed, get dressed, get dressed. This is the way we get dressed so early in the morning. Grab your scarf, put it way high above your head. Popcorn kernels in a pot, in a pot. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them until they pop. Yay! Popcorn kernels in a pot, in a pot. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them until they pop. Woo! Peek-a-boo, I see you hiding there. Peek-a-boo, I see you hiding there. Good job. Wind, oh wind, oh wind, I say. What are we blowing away today? Scarves, oh scarves, oh scarves, I say. I am blowing the scarves away. Yay! Good job. Scarves away, scarves away. Put your scarves away today. Scarves away, scarves away. Put your scarves away today. So I just wanted to give you a little information. First of all, like I said, if you're interested in getting some felt flowers or bunnies, just send us an email or give us a call and we'll get you that. We'll put a little kit together for you. This week for our grab and go kit, which will be available on the second floor in the kids room. It's a cute little simple seahorse picture. Let me show you that. And you get to color. And it will have a little slit in its belly and a little baby seahorse that you get to color. So it's pretty simple. And here's the little slit, and we'll have a little seahorse baby for you that you can color and stick in the belly of Mr. Seahorse. So I always love to color. It's really great to color. This week I also wanted to remind you on just a couple reminders on Monday nights. We always are doing Zoom bedtime stories, so you're welcome to chime in on that. And if you don't have the link for that, please just send me an email and I'll share the link with you. And that's for every week, the same link. Thursday mornings, we do in-person story time at the library. And give us a call if you're interested in joining us with that, and we will get you in on that. And also on Thursday afternoons at 4, from 4 to 5, or 4 until they're gone, we have elementary age kits, and we don't check ID, so you can definitely pick that up for little kids. And this week is going to be the grab and go sock bunny. It sort of looks like this. I forgot to grab the actual sock bunnies, but I feel like you know what it's going to look like. It's a little sock in here and some rice and some accessories to make your own sock bunny. And that would be a great decoration for spring, because spring's around the corner. And that reminds me, I'm glad I mentioned spring. On Saturday, which is spring equinox, which means it's a halfway, or what does it mean? It means it's a quarter through the year, and it's when the sun is starting to be stay out longer during the day. We are going to have a celebration Saturday afternoon from 12 to 2 out in front of the library. We're going to have hot chocolate, we'll be roasting marshmallows, and have a little fire pit. So come and join us, and for a quick, we'll be social distance, definitely wear your mask, but come and join us and say hi. We'd love to see you. And like I said, the library is open, so definitely stop by and grab some books as well. And I think that's it. I do miss seeing you all, and it's great seeing you when you do peek in and see us and grab, take advantage of your library. So give yourself a great big hug, or your adult a great big hug, or your little stuffed animal, and let's sing Rockabye Baby. Rockabye Baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And Mom will catch baby, cradle and all. Good job. Great. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Or stop by the library anytime. Have a good day.